Walmart CEO just waved the red flag. Your grocery bill isn't leveling off. It's primed to jump 20 to 30% by mid-2025. Eggs, dairy, meat, produce, the basics are in the blast zone. Stay with me. I'll unpack the perfect storm driving this.
She specifically makes her way here to save money. Here's what she had to say.
What do you think when you hear about the possibility of prices going up?
I think like we're not going to be able to eat. We're not going to be able to feed our families.
Yeah.
We really can't afford it.
When you're shopping, are you specifically looking for bargains or going to stores like this?
Of course, we have to get the off-brand.
Yeah.
Always the off-brand, just in order to get what I want or what I need at the house. Because, you know, with the price going up, people got multiple children out here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We can't afford it.
Hank, what items could soon cost more, and when will these prices start to rise?
Yeah, well, we're talking about the prices that you will notice a change in by the end of this month.
Weaker farm output, new tariffs raising input costs, and a supply chain stretched thin. Then I'll give you the 3 non-perishables to lock in now. Items with long shelf lives that shield you when the sticker shock hits. If you eat, this matters. Quick favor before we move on. If you appreciate this content, consider giving this video a like and subscribing to the channel. Believe it or not, more than 92% of viewers haven't subscribed yet. It's free and only takes a second, but it means the world to us. So did you subscribe already? Great. Thank you so much for your support. Now back to the video.
Retail news tonight. One of the nation's largest retailers says price hikes are coming because of tariffs.
We're talking about Walmart, and tonight we're learning what items will soon cost you more and when.
A change on that, and you're going to find out exactly how it could impact you. As I mentioned, we've been talking with shoppers here in Troy and also in Dearborn. I talked to Ann a short time ago.
How are shoppers reacting to this news?
And Will, as you can imagine, they're surprised. We're here at the Walmart in Troy, and surprised mainly because Walmart, from the beginning of this tariff talk, has said it's really not going to affect prices.
You've heard the headlines say inflation is cooling. So why are you being told to brace for a jump big enough to sting? Because what you pay at the register runs on a different clock, and the clock is late. Let's start with the triad that hits your cart at once. Farms are pulling lighter loads after rough weather and pricier inputs. Fresh tariffs raise the floor under imported ingredients, packaging, and equipment. And the supply chain is still panting. Short hands, clogged ports, and freight that spikes when fuel twitches. On paper, inflation reads soft. On shelves, staples lag, then pop.
And a wide variety of products. You're talking about everything from electronics to furniture, furniture, not only patio furniture, but furniture for inside the home if it comes from overseas. Where you really might notice that, parents, listen up, that's going to be as you make your way into June, July, August, as we all start back to school shopping. Those items could cost you more. Will, you're going to see that additional tariff tax. Also food items, bananas, avocados, anything not produced, sold in the U.S. is going to see that extra tariff tax. And then clothing.
The sticker looks tame for a bit, then your receipt shouts. That delay is built in. Stores hold prices as long as they can, then reload them in chunks when contracts reset. Think of the food system as a 3-lane highway. Farms feed the first lane. Trade policy feeds the second with materials and parts. Trucks, ships, and warehouses drive the third. One slow lane is a nuisance. All 3 jam and you are parked. Research is blunt on how this stacks. When crops take a hit and inputs like feed, fertilizer, and energy climb, animal proteins get more expensive to produce.
Well, Hank, any reaction from the leaders at Walmart?
Yeah, and we did receive a statement from the CEO of Walmart. I want to share that with you. He spoke out earlier today saying, we will do our best to keep our prices as low as possible. And the one thing everyone's going to be watching right now is if other retail companies now are going to start following Walmart's lead. Remember, Walmart, one of the biggest retail giants in the country, but given the magnitude of the tariffs, even at the reduced levels announced this week, we aren't able to absorb all the pressure given the reality of narrow retail margins. Usually if Walmart makes a big change like this, you can expect others to follow. We're live here tonight in Troy. Hank Wynn.
Tariffs act like sandbags under costs for cans, wraps, and key ingredients. That sets a higher starting point before a single item scans. Eggs flash the warning light, hit feed costs or disease, and prices snap back and forth. Dairy moves with processing and cold chain bills that never sleep. Meat rides the cost of feed and fuel, neither is shy about rising. None of this moves cleanly or fast, it moves in waves. The truth is, the supply chain never fully reset. Labor gaps, port slowdowns, and freight swings keep costs sticky. As 2025 lands, these pressures don't pick favorites. They aim at the basics. Expect eggs, dairy, meat, and produce to lead the jump. Cooling headlines won't save the total on your receipt. Now let's move on to the part you control, locking in a few shelf-stable categories before the floor climbs. What if you could box in part of your 2025 grocery bill today? You can, and it's simpler than coupon math. You focus on 3 long-life lanes that do the most work for the lowest risk: dry staples, shelf-stable proteins, and core fats. That trio covers calories, protein, and cooking power. Lock them in now while the shelf tags still behave. Let's start with the bad habits you're fighting. Shrinkflation turns cheap into a trick label: smaller bags, fewer ounces, same price. Then a random stockout pushes you to a pricier brand. You pay more for less twice. Be the person who buys before the squeeze, not during it. Dry staples are your base layer: rice, oats, beans, pasta. Like keeping good lumber in the garage. You can build meals on demand. These travel well, store clean, and stretch meat or stand alone. Here's the quiet win: commodity swings hit stores with a lag. When a promo drops, buy the larger bag, check the per ounce shelf tag, and stash it. Bulk beats chasing flyers later. Use airtight bins to block moisture and pantry pests, and you just bought time. Now the insurance policy: shelf-stable proteins. Canned fish, beans, lentils, peanut butter, powdered milk. Think of them as pre-cooked insurance. Ready when fresh turns pricey or scarce. Protein inflation tracks feed and energy, so these cans and jars hold the line when the butcher doesn't. Powdered milk often jumps when fresh supply tightens. Canned fish rides global catch and fuel costs. Stock a mix so one spike doesn't bench your protein for the week. Core fats are the hinges on your kitchen door: olive oil, canola, shelf-stable butter alternatives. Without them, nothing moves. Fry, roast, dress, flavor. Oil prices follow crops and freight, so one bad harvest or rate swing lifts everything from eggs to your skillet. Buy sealed, store cool and dark, and rotate. Here's the payoff. Buy rotation-ready amounts, track per ounce cost, and store tight. Done right, you time travel your food costs and keep quality intact. If this gave you something to chew on, hit like, subscribe, and share it with someone who needs a smarter pantry before prices reset. You can't stop the storm, but you can set your prices today. Pantry first, perishables second. That flips the script. You buy time, not just food. Build a 2 to 3 month buffer with dry staples, shelf-stable proteins, and core fats. Track per ounce costs so promotions beat sale stickers that lie. Rotate like a pro, first in, first out, labels forward. That keeps flavor and your money from going stale. The real kicker is simple. Once prices climb, they rarely climb back down. So set your baseline now. Like and subscribe to help us keep the spotlight on the food industry's best-kept secrets, and keep your cart one step ahead.